my final word before Hell in a Cell. Dave, it's crazy. I went from being the guy that actually trusted you and had a lot of respect for you and thought, yeah, this is the guy that got AOA running through his blood. This is the guy that got AOA running through his system. And turns out the only reason that you even teamed up with us to take out the New World Nation was so you can curry favor. So that way your big over 7 foot self could curry favor because you didn't feel confident in your own skill and your own ability to become a world champion without it. And then you did it at my expense. Anybody else, admittedly, Dave, I would have applauded your cunning. But you did it at my expense, and you didn't have the guts enough to face me head on. You kept hiding behind management. You kept hiding behind this, hiding behind that. Let me tell you something, Dave. Ain't no hiding tonight. When you and I get locked inside that cage, 2 of us walk in, 1 of us walk out, and Dave, I can promise you, it's going to be me. Darren, I gave you an option to back out, but you accepted this match anyway. See, if you would have declined, we wouldn't have to step foot in the most dangerous environment in professional wrestling inside Hell in a Cell. But no. So everything that happened tonight is on you. So when you're loaded onto that stretcher, covered in your own blood, when you black out from the pain and the potential concussion that you're going to have tonight, and then you wake up in that hospital and you ask the doctor, Doc, am I going to be able to wrestle again? And they say, no, you're going to have to retire. And then the questions would begin to circulate of how do I take care of the wife? How do I take care of the family? Yes, she's a wrestler. Yes, my brother's a wrestler. But I have to sit at home, sitting there thinking, where did everything go wrong? You remember that it went wrong when you provoked me. It went wrong when you accepted this match. Darren, you've done a lot of stupid things in your career. You've made a lot of stupid mistakes. And tonight is going to be the biggest mistake of your career. It's over. Your career dies tonight. We heard the emotion. We heard the strong word from both men. But tonight, it all comes to a head. Dave versus Darren inside Hell in a Cell. And this all started back at AOA Conquer All. Had it. Black would have had it had he not did that. And Black is furious, attacking the referee. But wait a second, Darren kept him with an armbar. He's been putting that armbar into his arsenal. Is it gonna play in? Is he gonna win it here with the armbar? And how fitting would this be for Black? Wow. Congratulations, Darren. You have successfully retained your All Out Action World Championship in such a barbaric nature. We believe that there is no need in putting off to tomorrow what can be done today. How about right now, you will be defending your All Out Action World Championship against your current #1 contender, Dave. Because Darren, when you go broke, you do what you can to get money. And having this world championship is the equivalent of having money. Darren, you should know that, because you're a former world champion yourself. Darren, I know I'm going to get the loose cannon. I know I'm going to get you at your best, but I hope you know that's not going to change a thing. See, when I said I was going to do anything to become a champion, I meant it. And at next level, you're going to find out that I'm going to do everything I can to keep it. Carlson, the silver bullet knee strike again. Wait a second, someone just slipped in the ring. Oh, what on earth? Wait a second, that's Lorenzo Sampson. Yo, so let me get this straight. Work Alive's over. I've still got some unfinished business with Dave. So is that gonna happen next week or what? Mr. Tarleton, who do you think you are walking into this office making demands? Do you not have any respect? Well, no, I've never really been the type to have respect for authority, and I for sure haven't had respect for you since you cost me the world championship. Mr. Tarleton, no, you will not have your match with Dave next week. And I can promise you this, tonight, if you do anything stupid or you do anything reckless, you will be suspended. You see, I march to the beat of my own drum, whether you follow along with the music. That's on you. You should be thanking me, because what was about to happen is Z-Ice and Mr. Bloomberg were going to get on here and suspend you. But I told them not to. I want this match as well. You're going to get me in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you, me, inside hell, in a cell. I accept. Dave, AOA episode 61, you are going to get the worst of me. You are going to get the side of me, man, that I didn't want to have to dive back into. But Hell in a Cell, for everything you've done to me, for all the ways you made my life miserable, you are going to pay. Darren, you said you're going to make me pay. Stepping inside Hell in a Cell with you, I can promise you this, Darren. I'm the one that got the round trip ticket. I'm the one that made a career out of hurting people. I'm the one that made your life a living hell. I'm going to be the one standing tall over your broken, beaten, battered body. Well, it's about that time, y'all. Hell in a Cell is our main event. And here comes one of the men who have put inside this structure, and as you saw, it was corporate greed that caused him to get championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your all-out action main event. A Hell in a Cell match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 323 pounds, he is the current all-out action world champion, Dave. Well, Dave is the current all-out action world champion. I question the fact that he decided to make this a non-title match. I think you know Darren got the capabilities of beating him. But if that means stepping inside that cage in the first place, I can't question this dude's toughness too much. Because I think both men know what they're about to get into. I think both men know how brutal this is about to be. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here comes participant number 2. The man that's been wanting a one-on-one encounter with Dave for a minute. And listen to this play. And his opponent from Fort Worth, Texas, weighing in at 218 pounds. He is the 5-star machine, Darren. Carlton. Well, you can say Darren's getting a lovely reception here in his home state of Texas. My dude. This place blew up for this man. And Darren Carlton's ready to rock, ready to roll in this one. You see, he got his game face on. I think he knows it's going to be a fight, man. I can promise you. It ain't going to be like what he did to Mr. Bloomberg last week, who ain't a professional at this. He knows it's showtime, main event, Hell in a Cell. Let's get it on and popping. If you watched up to this point, thank you. You haven't done so, you're still feeling inclined. Hit like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Crowd's clearly going to be behind Darren in this one. A shot right there. These two starting to think out with a brawl. There a forearm catching Dave and out his elbow. Absolutely decking him. You know, Darren putting a lot of oomph behind these shots, and he's been waiting on this encounter ever since Next Level. He's been waiting to meet Dave face to face ever since Next Level, but Darren pointed out that Darren's been that Dave has been running and hiding, and there's no hiding, there's no running tonight, as the only source of protection Dave had was crashing into that cell, and that cell got no give. This cell says forgive you and your entire career if needed. And Dave using his size, the size that he has in this space to take full advantage. Oh my goodness. Darren just got lost face first into that cell, and already Darren is busted open. And that just shows the damage that this cell can do. That just shows how quickly the tide can turn in a match, and how brutal, how brutal this match can be. Dave again repeatedly ramming Darren into that cell, off the apron, and sends him back on the inside. Dave now sends Darren back on the inside of the ring, and Darren is already in a terrible spot here, busted open, and the match really kind of just getting started. And look at Dave just unloading in the uppercut, and now just stomping him out. And now let him know that's number one in his book. And Dave now Dave undoing the turnbuckle. We already saw how brutal that that turnbuckle can be during the match with the Twisted Disciples, and this time it's perfectly legal. Spine first, right into that exposed buckle. And wait a minute now, Dave got Darren in a very compromising position. He's just gonna toss him straight to the floor, and given that space, or the lack of space, you can definitely say Darren more than likely, probably hit the cage in some way on his way down. Goodness. And then Dave was right. He gave Darren a chance to back out of this matchup, and the snake eyes across the exposed buckle. Straight into the cover here. That might be a wrap already. And Darren gingerly getting his shoulder up. Dave getting frustrated already. But Darren did have the option to back out of this matchup. He didn't accept. Or he accepted the matchup and didn't have to. But Darren did say for everything he made, every way you wronged me, every way you screwed me over, you are going to pay. And right now, I don't know how true that promise is going to be on the part of Darren. And Darren is busted wide open here, and Dave sending Darren halfway across the ring in his backbreaker. He sent him halfway across the ring. He sent him flying for sure. And that backbreaker, and Dave is feeling. Dave's confidence is at an all-time high, but look at Darren though. getting the counter on. Darren getting that counter. Dave's going to go for a right hand, but Darren was able to counter it. Here we go. Oh, great knee from Darren. Darren trying to get back in this one. He got the crowd on his side here. Great boot from Darren. Now Dave is on the back foot a bit here. Oh, great knee strike again. And look at it. Oh, a little bit of payback on the part of Darren, using that exposed steel turnbuckle now. And now he got the big man wounded. And now look at that. They're going to toy with him a bit there. Going to grab him by the arm and just kick him. Oh, good. Trying to kick Darren, trying to kick Dave's head in. And Dave is groggy. Back up to his feet and a Superman punch from Darren. Darren might have a knockout shot right there. And he kicked at it too. And I find it crazy a little bit that Darren tried to go for the cover right then and there. You know, maybe he realizes, all right, I'm in this matchup, Dave. Cage again. He said, I'm in this matchup, but let me not get too crazy here. Let's beat him. Let's do what he got to do to win this thing. Oh, man. And he's doing what he got to do and look at that, using that cell as a cheese grater to use the old cliche there. And talk about, oh man, stomping whip first against the cage and another shot to the back. Looked like Dave was trying to, oh, geez. Gonna back off there, and Darren now turning up that vicious side and extra notch here. Throwing him head first against that cell. Oh, again. Flying first again, and now Darren again kicking him in the side. Oh, great back elbow, but sending Darren into the cage now. Who are brawling now, using this cage as the brutal force, as the brutal object that it is. Oh, head first off the ring hook. Oh, and again. Dave getting rammed into the cage. These two guys are becoming very close friends with that steel cage and wave. And I don't think any of these guys wanted to, but knew was a possibility in this matchup. Oh, again, Darren throws Dave face first. Right into the cell, and again. There's a fight between these two men. You can tell that. Oh, geez. Been boiling over for such a long time, especially on the part of Darren, who now sent Dave back on the inside of the ring. Here we go. Look at Darren, beautiful cross body, taking out Dave, immediately recovering. Dave taking out that too. It's been a fight, man. These two guys have been absolutely battering each other, and the referee is gonna put that turnbuckle back into place, but that's not going to stop there. He's going to continue to ram Dave's head first into the top turnbuckle. Regardless. Now he got him up, uppercut. Uppercut again from Darren. Send him off the rope. Here we go. Oh, boot again, dropping. Absolutely dropping this man in a jumping knee strike. Down goes. Down goes Dave, and Darren now, got the opportunity to take this thing home. He got a wide open door. He really got a wide open door to get out right now. I mean, that was bolting and padlocked shut. And now, look at Darren, DDT. I mean, he has a wide open door to win this matchup, and Dave is busted wide open here. Now he's waiting on Dave to get back to his feet. Let's see how he does. Meteora, but he landed on his knees. Landed right on the knees there. They almost a slap in the face. Practically a disrespectful gesture on the part of Dave. And look at this. Uppercut from Darren. Another something there. Great counter from Dave. And now Dave going to use that power to his advantage. Trying to go for a suplex with Darren, getting the knees up again. Here we go, dropping down, crossface. Crossface is locked in. Darren trying to win this thing via submission here. Crossface is locked in. I don't know how well this is going to serve for Dave. David in trouble right here at this moment, but David able to kick out, and David booked it wide open, but a spear turning this matchup. You can definitely say turning this matchup around. And now going for that Uranagi, but wait a second. Look at Darren showing a bit of fight here. Throws him over the top rope. You gonna send him into it again? Yes, he is. Darren's been using his cell as effectively as he can in this one. Oh, this right hand. He found a way to take control of his space on the outside and use it to perfection. And that time, bouncing his head off the steel steps. And it's taking a minute now for Darren to get around there. And so Dave took advantage. After he bounced Dave's head off the steel steps, it took him a minute to get around there. And now Dave can take control. Just hammering away at Darren. Oh, they start running to the cave. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Dave sending Darren crashing through the cell wall. And Dave's going to continue to beat the daylight out of Darren. Darren and Dave. Where Dave's sending Darren over the barricade. And now these two are brawling through the crowd here at this point. And I think if you're Dave, I have to halfway commend this. Because honestly, in between that cage, he was kind of getting, destroyed up to that point. Had his moments of offense, but Darren was getting that cage more effectively than Dave was. And admittedly, with all due respect to Dave, when I say this, probably due to the size advantage or the smaller size of Darren at that point. Darren didn't have as much mobility, or Dave didn't have as much mobility around that cage as maybe Darren did, for instance. But now you kind of remove that factor, and now Dave is in a spot where he can take control. And look at this. These two guys, this match is spilled all the way into the backstage area here. Oh, man. This shows the disdain that these two have for each other. That cage couldn't even hold these two. And what they want to do to each other. And how they feel and how much they want to put into this thing to join on into the table. This is just an ugly sight. This is just an ugly visual to watch as these two gladiators are destroying each other. And again, it was Dave that started this all. And the fact that Darren, you heard him openly admit that he trusted Dave. He felt that Dave had AOA running through his blood and his vein, only to do what he did out of pure just corporate greed. And Dave not apologetic for any of it. And look at it. Oh my. A steel chair right to the face. And Dave was absolutely in control. Oh, bouncing him head first, right off the crate again. And now right to the wall. And Darren is getting wide open. And yet and still, Darren is fighting back in this one. And against that electrical. Oh! And then back first. And oh, man! Darren resorting to drastic measures right there to turn the tide in this matchup. Practically frying the back of Dave off that equipment box. Oh my goodness, that was nasty. Uppercut again. Oh, just sending him off the crate now, and down goes the referee. goodness. Now grabbing that cradle again. Darren is not playing game. Smashing it across the back of the head of Dave. Dave is in a heap of trouble. He needs to find his way out of the predicament as fast as he can here. Battle. And Darren now got Dave in trouble. Now we got a trash can. Oh, man. Just dented that can around the head of Dave. And now Darren is still mauling Dave. Oh, I think David, oh, man. Woo. That crack in this damage, I can promise you that much. Now Darren is literally kicking Dave, and these two are making their way back out here. And here they are. These two are crawling at the top of the ramp now. Making their way. Ooh, and a slap across the face. Slap again from Darren. Wait a minute. Oh, counter there, and now Dave gonna send Darren. Uses power to send Darren down the rampway. This isn't looking good for Dave and for Darren in the slightest as they make their way back towards this cage, and Darren's spine got absolutely racked. Got absolutely just destroyed off that ramp, and second time this time off the concrete. Goodness. And the amount of wars that Darren has been in, I don't think this dude needs any more back problems. I can promise you that. Oh, gee. Right hand there, it counter from Darren, and both guys are beaten. Both guys are battered. Both guys are in a bloody heat here. But this battle rages on. And Darren's going to come back inside the cell, and so is Dave. And now these two continue to beat each other down. And Darren and Dave finally getting you got back inside the ring, back inside the cage. You're not going to reinforce these walls going forward. Oh, goodness, that was intense. No. Oh! Gee, that power bomb sending him neck first off that top rope, and the whiplash on the way down. Juranaga from Dave straight into the cover. How in the world are either of these two guys still standing at this point? And the fact that Darren kicked out shows the level of toughness that this man got. I think we're about to close the book on this one. I think Dave is about to close the book. Oh wait, great counter from Darren. Great counter from Darren. Off the rope. Oh, but that counter ran right into a brick wall. He was doing fine and then ran right into a brick wall. Oh, geez, Dave. Sending Darren crashing into that turnbuckle, and now, oh wait a minute. Now Dave, that dominated. A vicious, vile domination. That's over. Oh, wait a minute. Darren kicking out once again. Darren kicking out again, and now wait a minute. Now Dave sending Darren's spine first into that cell, and now these two have done a lot of damage with this cage, with this cell already. Oh, geez. Now I think we're about to get a little bit more of that. Oh! Darren was able to reverse it. Oh! Sending him off that wall again. And sending it. Oh, goodness! Wait a minute. It's the other one now. Oh, my God. That time that was just Dave's natural weight that broke his cell. Oh! And now Dave is trying to get away from Darren. Dave is now climbing the side of this cell. And Dave now making his way to the top. Darren is going to follow suit here. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good. Oh! Bulldog! You trying to bait him in? Wait a minute. Boot to the gut. Wait. What the world? Look at Darren. Darren got him up. Brain buster right to the south. Oh my goodness. Darren with a brain buster. Sending Dave crashing to the roof of his cell. Shout out to the Vex Attack crew. Silver bullet knee strike. He's feeling it. Darren is realizing he can finally do what he's been wanting to do. Get his revenge on Darren. Get your thing, boy. Your thing, man. Silver bullet knee strike again. He's out. There's no way in the world. There is no way. There is no way that Dave, let him know what he's thinking and let him know what he can do. Silver bullet knee strike for the third time. I think Darren has closed the book on this robbery, and he does it with a victory. What a concept. What a fight we just saw. Here's your winner, Darren Tarleton. Darren at long last got his match with Dave and did the one thing that he's been wanting to do, and that's pick up a win over Dave. But in the back part of his mind, he's disgusted knowing that it wasn't for the world title.